Hey, what is up guys, Palokami HD here, and today I want to start off a new little series that I've been planning for a while. I'm going to call it Learn to Play. What we essentially do is just analyze some of my gameplay videos and let's just see what's going wrong. Leave some things in the comment below, like what you think what also went wrong, what I might have missed. I'm not going to point out every little mistake that has been done in every game, because that would be just simply too much. It's just gonna be like 1 or 2, 3 major points that could have been changed to make a game essentially turn into a win, or could have prevented your death eventually. However, let's get this thing started, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to leave something in the comments below, like your opinion. There will of course be let's say arguable things like situations and stuff, but that's essentially up to people and how they might think it works. However, today in the Omaha, I'm trying to support my Minekaze friend, and right off here, the first mistake that has been done is, if you have a look at the map, just look really closely at the map. What's my first mistake? Of course, I'm sailing off alone, which is not the best idea ever. You should always wait for your team, or at least try to slowly go, but in this case I'm pretty sure of what I can do and what I cannot do with my skills in the Omaha especially. So I was just going for the support role of my friend Max in the Minekaze, cause we needed this cap really fast. However, I try not to get any shots out at this point, because against the Kirov and especially the Indianapolis I would not have any chance, but essentially I get spotted anyway, so yeah. Try to do a few shots at the Omaha, but as you can see I'm trying to retreat because I'm still alone on this side. During that time Max, a good thing here, went for B and tried to cap. That friendly Bishkavica of course made the mistake here that it took him way too long, and essentially he got taken out, which was a bummer, and he was kind of a noob. However, he could have played a lot better in his role. Now watch this. Another big mistake I do here. You notice? This enemy Furutaka is AFK, which is a good thing, because in the end he is not a pain in the ass and he will not attack you. Of course he could come back anytime now, but that of course is up to your luck and his PC loading time. However, I do recommend fire just a few HE shells at him so he starts burning, takes damage meanwhile, and you basically get a few more damage points here and there. As you can see, my team starts firing at him too. It's not a bad thing, although one could have tried to support me with that Omaha. But now, let's continue. By the way, I will do some mistakes on purpose in my video, just to show you off what effects it can have, and here is one of them. Instead of keep firing at that Omaha, I fire at that Furutaka. Yes, I fire HE because essentially and eventually I will get into broadside range. Here, double citadel and another one, and someone else takes my kill. But now have a look. During the time I was firing at that Furutaka, that Omaha has done some significant damage on me and set me on fire for the second time, which gave him a nice chance to take my health half down by now. And there goes the torpedo tube and also my rudder. I'm just waiting for my repair ability to slowly come back up. However, I keep firing at him. But now let's have a look. Here comes the third little mistake. Watch my shooting. I know for some people it's difficult to hit a target at this point. And you should always see, even the slightest change in angling of a ship in front of you that you're chasing will mean a drastic effect in your shell travel time, or your shell travel distance, or essentially the destination where your shells are going to hit. In this case it means, if you have a look, my shells are either going too far behind or going to his left, which means I've been aiming wrong. I would have had to aim not only more in front of him, but further to his right. And you should always check the first few shells that you fire at an enemy just to see how you shoot and then instantly try to adapt. Rather exaggerate a bit instead of not enough and slowly increasing your accuracy, because that could cost you your life. Moreover, I want to point out one thing here. One thing. If you have a look around, look at the map. This is devastating. We have held A and B since almost the beginning of the game. Max has done a great job with holding them off, torping people, but of course he has not much of a chance against an entire enemy team, especially if there is an enemy Kiev who actually, let's say, spots him and starts hunting him down, because we all know the Kiev is one of the fastest ships, if not the fastest ship in this game, and running away from the Kiev makes that essentially impossible. So while I keep doing damage, I'm sorry, you should see that the enemy team has been trying to not only shoot us, but also get B. The question here to my team would be, why is everyone following me? The mistake here that could have been prevented and eventually lead to a win of this game would have been try to defend B as hard as you can. But as far as I can see, that is not going so well, because either my teammates are not really hitting their targets to decap, or they just keep sailing up northwest with me, and that is a problem. They should have pushed really hard. Sometimes, yes, I know pushing can kill you, but pushing makes the enemy team always retreat. If there's an entire fleet coming towards you, no matter what you do, it will always result in you trying to survive, or of course you can go full retard and kamikaze into the enemy team, which I do not recommend. But at this point, pushing in towards B is a bit too late, because we have lost it already and they have gathered their entire fleet there. And it's a bit too late trying to defend something that does not belong to us anymore. And from this point on, we have lost the game just because they have the same amount of points as we have, and slowly start to have more because they have more cap circles. And of course, something else. Please stop broadsiding. Like, look at all these four. The Atlanta is trying to get away, but being closest target as an Atlanta or me as an Omaha, of course I have only 600 health left, so for me it's basically useless to do anything. I still try. I want to set that Colorado on fire. It would help. Maybe I get a few fires on him, get a few points. Meanwhile that York will start opening fire on me. Luckily his first salvo goes beside, and I quickly try to switch to AP. Maybe I can get a few hits on him. I slow down so his second salvo goes past. Some security torps maybe helps. Now a nice fat broadside. Sadly didn't help too much. As you can see, most of the team died just trying to drive around the map instead of pushing and defending. Guys, pushing in this game is important. It is one of the most essential things you can have in this game. The only way to hold an enemy team back is pushing. Give them your fire, give them your guns. Pushing is important. Keep that in mind, please. That is the biggest reason why most of the games are being lost, because either BB players are too pussy or the entire game, the entire team in that case, is just lost because no one dares to push. Everyone wants to survive, stay in the back, and it's either the DDs capping then, or just the entire enemy team goes towards you and you're not pushing back. Even if the enemy team is pushing entirely, please get the guts together. It's a game. Not your life depends on it, but everyone else's life depends on it too. Just push, get those caps, play the objectives. However, that's it for today, folks. No problem, sadly we lose this game now, but I hope this was kind of helpful and I will continue making these games. Thank you for watching, Balokami out. See you next time.